to contemplate all the reasons you're afraid. Cause your life is a waiting. It's a matter of time, a matter of time. You need to look for the right. Every story you tell, we're in pursuit. It's all in your mind, it's all in your mind. Behind you. Hey, what was that? Boo. You can run, but I don't fast enough.
Gotta get in the frame. Hey there, my people! Welcome back to the channel. As you may have noticed, I am in a different room today because I just had my dinner and I thought, you know what? I don't want to leave the kitchen. So I put some lights on, cozy vibes, so we can have a chat about what happened this weekend. Boy, have I got tea for you. I'm joking, there is no tea. Apart from the one I'm drinking right now. If this is your first time here and you're a STARKID fan, chances are we're gonna become best friends by the end of this video because I'm about to hype them up to hell and back. By the way, the subscribe button below is free to hit and guarantees friendship. Get on it. I'm also on Patreon if you think YouTube's just not enough. You know, if you're that type of person who wants more from life. Link in the description below. Now, what was it like seeing STARKID live for the first time? Flashback. You know, it would have been a regular day in London if it wasn't so sunny and STARKID were not in town.
I've been waiting to see them live for probably a year. I've been waiting for 8 years. I've been waiting to see them live for 14 years.
8 years?
4 years. 3.5 years.
Well, I've been waiting to see them live since I started making these silly little videos that you find all over this channel. And I genuinely didn't believe this would happen so quickly. I think that's why I'm still processing it.
This is a very silly line train to STARKID, calling at London Stadium, Fast, Independence. The next station is Hatchetfield.
Hatchetfield? No one said anything about Hatchetfield. I don't want to go. Oh, it's just the London Palladium, thank God. Which is a historic venue, by the way, that fits more than 2,000 people. So considering both shows were sold out, I was really impressed with the organization. Sure, I was queuing for merch for what felt like 5 business days, but overall, everyone respected the queues. Front of house was very helpful, no trouble entering or leaving the venue. Both the matinee and the evening concerts went quite smoothly, if you ask me. But I'm convinced that one of the main reasons why everything felt so smooth was the fans. Let me tell you, even though you probably don't need me to. You guys are so cool. The energy in that building. You could feel the love you have for STARKID and for each other. So many of you took the time to make goodies and bring them to give them away for free. I was given these really cool bracelets, which I'm so stoked about. I wish I had more of them. I saw so many people making friends in the queues. I got to meet some of you as well, and everyone who approached me was so loving and respectful. You filled my heart up to the brim and made the experience all the more special. Now let's talk about the actual concert because I have some highlights to go through and one major complaint. To begin with, I loved how the whole thing felt very true to STARKID's personality. From the very moment they stepped on that stage, they were telling a story from the get-go. They came in from stage left looking very wary and suspicious, as one would do if they were actually entering Hatchetfield. They made an effort to immerse us in the story they were telling with the lineup, about their songs and their shows, but also about themselves. Given this was their London debut, just after they celebrated 15 years as a team. The fact that they made the concert feel as STARKID authentic as possible for the people who have been waiting to see them live for years felt very, very right. I mean, instead of introducing themselves properly, they went with a fake Q&A where all the questions were about their shirts. It does not get more STARKID than that.
I'm Joey Richter. And I'm just gonna get right to, hey, yeah, huh? I'm getting it in the air, yeah? Yeah, where did I get this shirt? Great question.
So that was a really nice mix of nostalgia with their most recent work that really strengthened the bond between the personality of the concert and the branding that they created for it and the brand they have built for themselves as a team for the past 15 years. Now, about the direction of the concert, there was so many details that made for an actual show rather than a mere gig where, you know, they would have come in, sing a few songs, and leave. Plenty of improvised comic moments because, you know, they're naturally funny people, but I'm sure some of those moments were also scripted and directed, which didn't take the humor away at all. If anything, it made the concert all the more interesting and fun to experience. Here's just one example, probably my favorite, of how the attention to detail turned a simple concert into an actual musical show. And since we're on that clip, I have to mention that I am a little bit embarrassed that it was in this moment I realized I never appreciated Mr. Corridor's vocals as well as I should have. Was on fire. His vocal ability was one of the highlights of the day for me. I don't know what sort of tea he was having while in the UK, but it was working. Outstanding performance. And the fact that he was actually singing one of the silliest songs from one of the silliest shows ever written made it even better. There was this crazy medley with what they called STARKID's underdog songs. That was actually pretty great in terms of showing off their individual vocal quality. Really cool idea to revisit some of their less popular songs that would have probably not made it into any live concert lineup otherwise, and at the same time giving everyone their time to shine. That was a pretty interesting part of the show because they were singing the dumbest songs ever, but with some of their best vocals in the entire concert. It's that high quality disguised by comedy that is pretty standard of STARKID, really. Speaking of their time to shine, the split between ensemble numbers and solos was really well managed. It allowed the audience to have fun and go nuts during the ensemble numbers, and then savor their individual talent during the solos, especially when they had a transition from one to the other. Like the final sequence of Act 1 when they go from Sidekick to Not Over Yet to Feast of Famine, and then ending with Rose I'll Be, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty awesome combo, by the way. I had completely forgotten how much fun Rose I'll Be is. It's not over yet.
I love STARKID so much. And Draco rolls on the floor. I'm joking.
The cosplays were insane. I could gush over them forever, but back to the concert. Second act started with one of the two shows I had all of my fingers crossed for, but didn't have a lot of hope, to be honest. So this point in the review is completely selfish because I ended up getting 3 songs from Firebringer. Let's go! The grin I was grinning watching them perform that could light up an entire town. I was just really happy because Firebringer seems to be very underestimated, but it is one of my favorites. The second show I was hoping we would get songs from was a VHS Christmas Carol because the music is incredible, but he said not today. But then again, that was the longest shot ever. It's fine, maybe they'll be back for Christmas, huh? Shall we start the petition now? But since we're talking about what made me happy, time to change the mood. Be serious for a second here, because it's time for my one complaint. What can I say? Nothing's perfect. And here it is. They didn't tell us where the shirts were from.
Gucci.
This shirt was actually an heirloom, like passed down from my grandmother. She was on the Titanic. Okay, Primrack.
I got it from Primark.
I'm joking. My one complaint was that I really wish they had gone with a proper concert venue instead of a sit-down theatre. The energy was so electric, everyone was buzzing to see them. Many of us for the first time, I could see people literally bouncing on their seats without being able to get up and dance and jump at their will. Having to stay on my seat killed a little bit of my soul, if I'm being honest. But hopefully next time they can go bigger and better, like Wembley or something. I mean, who knows? But then again, that's me. I'm sure some people enjoy having a comfy seat. You know what was really cool as well? Getting to see somewhat new renditions of the songs in the voices of people who didn't originally play certain characters, like Jack singing Max and Dumbledore, Corey and his literal show-stopping number, Meredith and Brian in the Hatchetfield universe. It made for a fresh new look and sound and a different perspective of certain songs.
What does STARKID mean to you?
They mean a lot because they've got me through some really tough times in my life. Like whenever I'm feeling down, I'll watch like one of the musicals and really go all in on whatever you're passionate about. It helped me through like a really tough time in my life.
It was basically my introduction to musical theatre, so I have to thank them for that.
What was that? Where I got my shirt? I'm joking. Okay, I'll stop. But what was that? What were some of my favorite silly moments? Don't mind if I share.
Don't know shit.
Oh my, he's so cool, like bangs. Come look at me up in London.
Every time you share that meme or play it, we each get $300 American. Thank you for keeping us all rich.
The backup dancers, but they're just as surprised as you are. So the goal is to try and trick them. What? To catch them off by surprise. Give us your fucking money.
So many ways, right?
What if we? Work to do when we don't want to.
Sometimes you don't even feel like doing that either.
To me, it wasn't just about the concert, it was about experiencing being amongst the community for the first time as well. Meeting some of the people who have been supporting this channel for so long, it meant a lot to me. It was just love all around.
Many of you have told this to us, that you've met so many friends through STARKID, so many of the fondest friends we've ever had. You've been friends with these people forever. Maybe you're just meeting them here for the first time. That is so special to us.
I've made a lot of really good friends and do this.
I've met so many wonderful friends. I mean, look at all my friends that I've got around me.
I came out of my college feeling like I hadn't really found people that I connected with, and I found STARKID fans at university, and I've got this like little community that I never thought I'd have, and it's just so wonderful that we've all got this shared interest that's just so joyful in what they're doing.
It's genuinely changed my life and I'm so happy that we get to see them in London. STARKID just feels like going home.
It was totally awesome and I can't wait to see them live again. I might even be making plans already. Anyway, oh, and one last thing.
Fuck lifestyle.
Fuck lifestyle.